Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back in it again for one last shot on the week for the weekend. Hell yes. Very, very good. Everything's going pretty well, I think. Um, can't wait until we can actually start working on some more decoration stuff, but we'll get there. It's just one of them things that just has to wait, unfortunately. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with our modded playthrough. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. And also, if you want to know the mods, because this is a modded playthrough, if you want to know the mods of this game, of our playthrough here, want to know what those are, you can go down in the description section and find the list of mods there, along with their mod authors. So be sure to check that out if you're curious about any of that. As well as if you'd like to mod yourself and don't know how to mod or whatever, uh, or you're going to be new to modding, whatnot, you can do that with the link also in the description for Satisfactory Mod Manager. That link is in the description to download it and install it, as well as you can very easily, just like the Steam Workshop, you can very easily install the mods via the Satisfactory Mod Manager without having to drag files and folders and everything like that, as well as it will keep your mods up to date. So, be sure to do that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's get started, I guess. I'm not really sure where to get started, but we're gonna get started somehow. Uh, yeah. So if you remember last time, we got the cable machines going on here. We got machines making cable. We got machines making wire. We got machines. This wasn't all last time, but we do have machines for damn near everything. So there is that. I think we got a few daunting tasks ahead of us. First of all, we need to build um, we need to start working on the bus, on what the bus is going to look like, and just with the stuff we have, we need to start working on that to figure out what everything's going to look like and how everything's going to be placed. And so I figured we'll just start with that. So we'll go ahead and pull this all the way to there, and then we'll pull this to there, I think, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap. I'll turn that on soup mode. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and pull these. I think it's about time to start this. I mean, we're starting to get very, very complicated in the realm of um, uh, in the realm of our machines here and the materials we need to be carrying, and yeah, I think it's about time we got going on this kind of stuff. This is our sidewalk. If you did not know, didn't. This is what our sidewalk's supposed to be. Right. We did expand this a little bit further. Okay. Oh, also, minimap. Gotta have that minimap, man. Yeah. That's not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna work on this and see what we can get done here. But this sidewalk does have to be in. It does have to be in first, so then I can kind of plot out my supports and whatnot. And then we can get rid of all this. That's fine. Let's see here. So this way. That way. That way. We get rid of all this. That'll work. But yeah, I need to come up with a plan for the bus, for the supports of the bus. I'm gonna go with Season 1's kind of design here. Although we don't have steel yet, so we'll have to wait for that. But we will eventually get it. Not that one. Okay. Since these are already set up. This is just standard Satisfactory stuff, so. There we go. Nice sidewalk going on. That's kind of what it's going to look like with the walls in place. See, the wall kind of covers up this little bend in here anyway. I just wish it didn't sound like metal when I was walking on this. Wish it sounded like concrete. Might be a bit of an oversight by the devs, I suppose. So yeah, we gotta get the sidewalk going. All the way down this road here. See, I think I have an idea, but I'm not sure. It needs to be like... I don't know how to do this specifically. Without the current, or without using the regular mod that I use. See, it's not gonna work without that one. Without it being on a slope. Oh wait, I could just do this. What am I thinking? I have the micromanager mod. Control left click. And let's go. Is that shift? So it's shift and then control. How do we decrease the... There's got to be a way to decrease the increments, right? So it matches. That's kind of annoying that it can't match. Right mouse button is the tool menu. Settings. Oh. So you can just use this menu too. Oh, and then you don't have to... Be nice if you could decrease or increase the step. That's a weird hologram style. No, I hate that. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Dang it. Oh well. We'll have to figure it out later, I suppose. Although we could... We could do a foundation bit. I wonder if this would work. Well, not that size. Oh no, these are way too big, I think. Of course, we could also do this. Because that fits up perfectly. We go Control, left mouse button. And then we do like an Alt. Oops. Wrong key. It's not perfect. Control this button. Oh, and then it's glitching. Never mind. We can't have that. That's okay. We'll figure it out later, I suppose. But I think what's going to need to happen is, or probably will need to happen, is we'll need to have steel unlocked. And that'll be the deciding factor. Yeah, this one's a 4. So I think we need to have a divider in here. We could use a bigger one. Big concrete pillar? No. We'll just use 2 small ones, it's fine. Ah. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll just use a big divider down this road. Then we can put like power poles and such on it. Wonder if... I don't know what to do there. We'll figure it out. Actually, we do like this, right? Oh wait, hold on. So if you do it like this, then we do it like this. Just like that. Takes a little bit of doing to get it to work, but it does work. That's the important thing. And these little grooves here, these are drainage, water drainage. That's right. Dang it, I hate when it does that. Stop it. Bring this one over here. I'll put that one there. Before we go to deletion town. Like that. Go across our road here. And then like that. There we go. Nice. If they didn't have these edges cut off, it probably would look a little nicer, but you know, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Wow. So then we'll bring this to here. Now I want to put like power poles and such on this, and plus we're going to have some supports. This road's so big that it needs, that it's going to need like a way to put supports in without the trucks being able to run into it. At least not easily, anyway. There we go. That'll work. At least for now. Okay, so here's our main bus, right? Hold on. Need to fix this. That ain't gonna work. Stop doing that. Need to get this side or this curb as well. Well, these are less like curbs and more like giant concrete banks that if you hit them, your vehicle is absolutely and utterly destroyed. Concrete barriers. That's probably it. That's probably the word I'm looking for. But there's another reason I have these as well, so just don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, those will have to be with steel. I have the steel beams allow you to free place them if you had that set up, so we can easily free place them and get this slope for these things. So because these things snap to those beams as well, so that'll get us the slope we want for this. So at least it'll be close. I mean, it's going to have some gaps in it, but this is less of a sidewalk and more of like a barrier to kind of give the illusion of a sidewalk. You know, in a world where sidewalks don't allow cars to climb them, or you're walking along and a car just hits it and deflects. Okay, that should be all of it, right? Yes. That looks like all of it. How are we doing on concrete? Not too bad. Alright, cool. So now we're going to... Okay, so... I almost forgot. Well, I did forget to mention, but... Yeah, so... Update 7... there's a few things. We either have to wait until the devs release update 7 to the early access branch, or we have to wait until SML fixes their stuff. They're kind of in a bit of a pickle right now because because SML it's not wanting to work. So they're still working on it. As far as everyone is aware, that they still are working on update 7 to get it to work. So we'll have to wait for update 7 before we can use it. And in update 7, there's a blueprinter, which I can't wait to use. Are these as tall as the walls? I think they are. When they stand up this way, they're as tall as a wall, because in this world, the the walls and foundations and stuff, they're all like, they're not perfectly square. Okay, so yeah, this looks like, so 1, 2, 3 is probably how high we want to go with it, at least. And then we're going to put down, okay, this kind of goes into update 7 and what I wanted to do, but wasn't able to. So what I wanted to do was build a section of these, well, not these specifically, but build a section for our stuff, for our bus and stuff like that, and then we could just use the update 7's new blueprinter to place modular sections of it and then build it down the road. But unfortunately, update 7 has broken SML, so we cannot use it. Not if we want to use mods. And if I turn off mods, there's going to be a lot. This game is going to be very, very confused for a little while. So we'll have to not risk that. So this is basically how the main bus is going to go. Oh, whoops, hold on. Actually, I'm probably not going to worry about it. Let's get some foundations in here. Some 1 meters, probably. Or is it going to be... How big are the framed foundations? I can't remember. We could use the upside down foundation stuff to make something cool. There's some weird... What happened to all the glowy ones? Yeah, all the glowy foundations got removed. Sad. We have a miss of white. Oh, do we paint them now? Oh my gosh. It's like looking at the surface of the sun. A miss of white, a miss of yellow. Oh, they're just not... Okay. Oh, that looks cool. gotta say. Yeah, they're just not, they're not like I want. Could you imagine like a missive blue foundation all the way along? That's insane. Just, now the hollow deck foundation is kind of cool as well. Anyway, stop messing around. So yeah, they don't have framed ones in here, unfortunately. Trying to figure out how I would do this specifically. I kind of want to put it. I guess we could put it up this high, huh? Put it up 3.5, so 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, that seems pretty tall up there for taller vehicles and things. All right. So now we need to figure out how far we need to go, because each one of these has to end right before the roadway. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just temporary, by the way. It's just to get the design down, because we will be replacing it with steel beams soon. Well, I say soon, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for a while. All right, so we've got how many here? Without counting this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did count that correctly? It's like, why don't I just use the in-game counter? 12, yep, okay. So there's 12 in between here and there. We could do one at 6, I suppose. Will you crouch? Jeez. I'll try to crouch and it's like, no. So, in between here and here. That'll work. It's like, okay, come on. Oh, it's not, it is not happy. Could probably do it. There really needs to be a button to not, so it doesn't snap. Okay, that's probably not gonna work then. Yeah, so it's like right on the middle of this is where we need it. So if we place this here, will this work like the walls do? Trying to see here. No. It won't allow us to replace it. Damn. Okay, what about... what's this thing? We're just testing out some pieces here. Nope. Alright, so that's not going to work either. They can go in the middle, but they can't go between the two, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. And we put it here, maybe. 3, 4. And here, maybe. We got 1, 2. Okay, move it over 1. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Dang. Because if we move it back there, then I'll be 4, 4, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And that's the thing, is I'd rather it be there than... That's going to be hard. What if we put it on the edge here? Like there, right on the corner. Maybe there? I think we'll just have to settle for that. And call it good. Yeah, that actually worked out pretty well, doing it that way. Ain't too bad. Actually like that. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest, but you know, it's something. Okay, so that one's right on the edge of this. And this one on the side of this one here. And that should work there. That should work there. That should work there. Then we cross this one. And we cross this one. Just making some frames. Oh. Interesting, that's not going to work if I... maybe it will. I mean, it truly doesn't matter, but... Let's see, if I delete that real quick. Oop. Yeah, that would totally fit. Huh. Yeah. Because I just want to frame, essentially. For the main bus up there. Oh, these are also going to need to go. Like that. Like that. And like that. Probably gonna need to be more than that, huh? Yeah, and these beams will be, or this framing will be much smaller in the future. So don't gotta worry about that. It's just we don't have the beams right now, but we kind of need we do kind of need the main bus to be at least somewhat going in the right direction, structure-wise. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, those fit right on in though. And then yeah, in the future we will change these over to steel beams instead. Because they're a little bit thick, these beams. Or these pillars. It's like I'm gonna put a highway up top. Be one crazy highway. Hey, we could. Nah, that'll probably be probably never happen, but is that too many pillars? Or is that just the right amount of pillars? I don't know. It might be too many pillars, it might just be the right amount of pillars, who knows. What I do know is that this is a good structure. The other thing I want is to check on our ticket situation so that we can get some stuff for belts and stuff for power and whatnot. Why are you here? I don't know how they keep getting up on my foundation. It's so strange, there's no way up here other than this one ramp down here by the power station. It's like, I think maybe they're spawning and they're being pushed to the top of the foundation. It could be. Oh yeah, that's right, we're out of, we need to go chop down a few more forests. We're slowly running out of that, which is not good. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on our tickets. Let's see what we got here. We got one. Okay, that's not good. Because I think is it two, or it might be more than that. Nope, it's under architecture, no. Management, yes, there it is. Yeah, it's actually 3 in order to unlock that. I'm having such trouble with tickets. I don't know why. It's like even with that mod, we do have a mod that increases the worth of items. So whatever many points an item was worth, it's basically got an extra 0 added into it. So if it was worth 100 points towards a ticket, it'd now be worth 1,000 towards the ticket because it's times 10. But that doesn't seem to either it doesn't seem to have applied, or it's just I'm just not syncing wire very quickly. But then again, I don't let this game run like I used to. So, yes. What was I going on about? I've already forgotten. You check this. Okay, this is completely empty, so yeah, we will have to go and do that eventually at some point. But so something about tickets and mods and such. I've already forgotten. It's okay though. Go ahead and hop back up here. Yeah, we'll probably we might not run out of power before this episode ends, but it is what it is. Yeah. So, interesting. Sorry, I'm just thinking about stuff, and I'm just like looking at this, and I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna look interesting. Gotta say, because I don't know if I need the center pillars. The center pillars might leave. They might go away. I feel like the center pillars may be a bit too much. But then again, like I said, the other stuff is going to be smaller, so it is going to be interesting getting this all set up. We do need a way up here as well. And this is all going to be built out of the steel framework and stuff, so at some point when we get to actually making steel. That's going to be about. This is going to be about what it's going to look like. Just out of steel beams and frames. I'm going to use the foundation framework and stuff like that to see. Oh, I was wondering. I was pressing S, but I was going left, and I was just like, "What the heck is this spelled?" But yeah, like I said, we're getting to the point where the machines are getting a little too complicated to use temporary belt stuff anymore. We're getting to the point where we need to have the permanent belt structure in place. The permanent bus structure needs to be in place before we continue, really. So it might be this way for a little while until we can get steel, and then we'll go through and replace all of that. That's about what it's going to look like. See, like I said, though, I might remove the center beams. The center beams might be too much. Like, they kind of look cool, but it kind of looks too much. Like, looks way overbuilt, I should say. That means we gotta remove this as well. Yeah, to me that looks way better. Alright. It's just too much. So we'll go ahead and remove these center pillars. That the center pillars might make it look more structured and stuff like that, which it kind of does, but kind of doesn't. Same time. Said it's just a little too much in the middle. Oh crap, we're gonna have to remove these two. Yep. All of this has got to go. Well, those don't. Just these center ones. These center runners need to be deleted. Okay, and remove any cables. Good. Oh, remove these. Remove this one and those two. So right there. I like how no matter the setup, it still fits. It's pretty nice. There we go. Yeah, we'll have that like that. That looks actually not too bad. And it doesn't look too overbuilt. Still a little bit daunting, but like I said, it's not too overbuilt. Maybe we'll combine the two. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. Combine some concrete runners with some steel beams. The reason we have to have steel beams over here, though, is because they block the quote-unquote sidewalk. They block the sidewalk entirely, which is not what I want. I do want steel beams, but maybe we can combine the two or something. This original structure, though, in the first season, was built to house it was built to house not only the belt system, but it was built to house a train that would carry materials along. But the problem is the train stations and stuff are so massive that it would be damn near impossible to do, even with this. I mean, you can see how large the structure is, and it's just this isn't even enough for the train stations. It's only 5 foundations wide, which is just enough to fit a train station on. So that's pretty much impossible to get set up. And then yeah, we're gonna have so 4, and then this one's gonna look a little bit weird. Okay. Oh, hello. Thought there was a monster behind me there for a second. What the heck? Like I said, once we unlock the steel beams, we'll be able to fully realize this structure. To like go up these slopes and things. Just like that. Okay, come on. Go. Now we won't be able to do these for obvious reasons. It's just not going to happen. But we do need a little bit of extra structure. At each end of this slope here. There we go. I'll take this across to here. That across to there. One in between. Then it's right here. And oh, those are slightly off. Look what happened there. Right there and there. Oops. That happens. Like the words got in the way. There we go. I fixed that. Okay. Then the belts will come up this slope to this one, and then just mosey on along here. Come on. Yeah, those are going to have to probably move or something. Oh, they'll be moved anyway, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Yep, this begins the structure on this upper level here. And then we're going to have street lights and things like that running underneath here so you can see in the dark. That kind of stuff. This is going to be a long block. But yeah, so all the belts are going to go. They're going to go just underneath this structure here. Because, you know, I might think about a highway up above, you know. I think that'd be pretty cool. A second layer of highway or something. But yeah, just below this, all of the, that's where all the belts are going to be, just below it. Below that upper surface level. And we might run a train up above, but the only problem with doing that is, like I said, it might be a train of, it might be a train of materials being brought to the central main storage or something. And I think up there as well, up on that slope, up on the top of that slope, we might have another main road like this. That's going to be another main bus for that upper district. Yeah, we kind of need that. So I love the clouds in this game. Clouds are so good. Stop switching to that. Is my controller plugged in? No. I don't know why it keeps switching to that. Weird. Alright, so what do we reckon? Like every 1, 2, 3, 4. And we put one here. And 1, 2, 3, or let's go from this side. Then 2, 3, 4. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. How did this one work out? I gotta go check this out. Okay, if you do like this, that'll be like there's a street in between, so. So that one's on the outside. Could do it on the left. You should be able to fit a thing. Nope, you can't fit that. So it does have to go on this side. Yeah, so it has to go on the right. Like that. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here. Nope. It'd go every 3, I suppose. That's about as close as I'm willing to do it. And, oh. Then we'll have to figure out something else if this doesn't work. Come on. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Crap. Because this is gonna set the precedent for the next several blocks on how we do this. Stop laughing at me. How are you over here? Get out of here, man. I'm trying to build. Guess we go every 5. Maybe that'll fit. I have no idea, of course. But will or not. Oops. Sometimes it just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to cooperate. Ah, it was close. Dang. That was really close. It's like half a thing off. I mean, although this would be a problem, it'll be a problem for building later on. Okay. Do we do a double pole? Or do we do... Because this is the center right here. Is this centerpiece. We went to every 6. That might solve it. Oh no, that wouldn't solve it. Because I'd put one there, which would then start this half a block, and then put one there, which would start this half a block, and then it'd do the same. So, we have to do like a 4, thinking a 4 and a 5 might fix that. So 4 to get more structure on the ends. This is gonna be hard. Oops. So that's a 4, and then we go a 5. Of course, it might not matter. If this doesn't work, we'll have to do like a double pole or something. So there's 4. Oops. Wasn't quite where I needed it to be. There's 4 and 4. Might be 4, 4, 3. Might be the best way to do this. Yeah. 4, 4, 3. That's the best way to do it. That's just enough pillars to make it look structurally sound. Okay. That did take a while. Oh, we're out of time. Okay, let's get this finished. This framing finished first, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do. I think next time we'll get to working on copper sheets, which is gonna go into that block over there. So next to this block is going to be copper sheets, because we don't need anything more with iron. Yeah, we don't need any more with iron, so we're going to do copper sheets over here because we're out of space on that side. So we're going to do copper sheets on this side, and then we might have enough space to do like we might save or save this spot for something else. So yeah, we're going to do copper sheets, and then we're going to do and then we need to start working on doing assemblers. And this we're going to have a steelworks plant as well later on, which is going to be interesting to figure out where that one needs to go. So 4, 4. Look at the freaking clouds, man. Never seen a game with such good clouds. You know, I think that's Coffee Stain's problem. Is when they come up with something that they're going to add to the game, they work on it so much and make it so good that everything else gets put on the back burner for a very, very long time. No, I'm not saying that's a bad problem to have. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything like that. I'm just saying that might be why it's taken up so long to do stuff. It's just because when they go to focus on things like these clouds, I wonder how long it took to get these clouds to work and be coded properly. And I wonder how long that has been worked on. Months, many months, maybe a year, maybe longer. I mean, that's pretty insane just for clouds, you know. But I'm pretty sure it did take quite a long time to get clouds looking like this. Like these are procedural clouds. These clouds are the way they work are just like real clouds. And in real life, they form rain clouds and stuff like that. Like the clouds do all kinds of cool shit and stuff like that. So it's no wonder they're taking so damn long on updates and stuff. It's because they work on stuff. Like they go hardcore on everything they make, which is, like I said, not a bad trait. That's not a bad trait. It's just it takes a lot longer to do that, and that's a bit of a problem for time constraint. If you ever get into a time constraint, and then stuff ends up being poor, I mean that's not their problem. They don't have time constraints like some of the big companies do, but yeah, they did a really good job on the clouds. They're so good. They look like actual clouds. They're not like um, other games that try to do clouds and weather and stuff like that, where they just kind of fake it. You know, basically what happens is they have a few PNGs for clouds, for moving clouds, right? And the clouds themselves are just a PNG image sort of style, just a PNG image with a bit of transparency, and then once those are rolling through the sky, a few of those will, they'll roll by at different speeds and stuff like that. And then if weather comes in, they'll very quickly kind of fade into view as the storm comes in. Which is not something to use, I don't think. It's not something that's very nice for the experience. But I suppose, if not many players are going to notice it anyway, so why bother? I guess I could see that argument. It's not great, but I could see it. Okay, there's our structure down for our center bus. Or at least part of it anyway. We've done one block. We've got 2 more blocks to go for this. Yeah, that's going to look good. Like I said, I don't know if anybody here, I don't know if you guys live in a city that has these. I think New York does, but I'm not sure. Probably like San Francisco. Any place that has like a monorail or that has the subway trains that come out of the ground and go above the streets. And then they have the beams along the sidewalk that hold it up. Like New York City and stuff like that, where the subway trains, sometimes they're above ground. They're even above the street, and the cars drive underneath it and stuff. That's what I was going for here, and it was a great idea. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it finished for Satisfactory last time, so or at least the first season that I did it. So, but yeah, that's what it's going to look like. Like I said, we're going to change it to steel beams and stuff because they're much smaller. They're not as bulky and whatnot. I'll switch to that eventually when we get to it. So I think next time might be like copper sheets, or maybe we'll work on some assembler stuff up in Assembler Town, up there above that slope, and whatnot. And that should work out pretty well, and should be all right. But until then, I guess it's a goodbye.